Good morning. Today is August 23, 2021, regular session of the Sangguniang Bayan of Santa Ilocos Sur. Before we start with our regular session, I'd like to remind everyone to please put on your masks, put your phones in silent mode so as not to disrupt the proceedings of our regular session. This session is called to order. Sangguniang Bayan member Belia Bello will lead us in a prayer.
Heavenly Father, we praise and thank you for today and every day for the opportunity to love, give, and be all that you want us to be. Bless our leaders, continue to guide and equip them with wisdom for the benefit of the whole community, especially at this time of pandemic. Bless our frontliners, strengthen their spirit in tending the affected victims of the COVID-19 virus. We lift up all those who are facing sickness today. We ask you that you would bring healing and comfort. Calm their fears and let them experience the healing power of your love. In Jesus' name, amen.
Panunumpa ng katapatan sa watawat ng Pilipinas.
Ako ay Pilipino. Buong katapatan nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisa. Ang kailangan, katarungan at kalayaan ay nakikilos ng sambayanan, maka-Diyos, makakalikasan, makatao at makabansa. The Secretary will call the rolls.
Attorney Jeremy Jesus de Peralta Bueno III. Honorable Eugene Borges.
Present.
Honorable Domingo Ritua.
Present.
Honorable Belia Bello. Honorable Benedicto Borgonio. Honorable Marino Burgos.
Present.
Honorable Encarnita de la Cueva.
Present.
Honorable Reynold Queral. Honorable Clay Benedict Formoso. Honorable Percival Carrion.
Present.
Honorable Justin Tea Benyo Melegrito.
We have two absent members of the Sangguniang Bayan, but we have the required number so we can proceed with our regular session. The first is the reading and approval of the minutes of the previous session. If there are any corrections to be made on the minutes of the previous session dated August 16, 2021, please say so. If none, what's the pleasure of the Sangguniang Bayan?
Mr. Presiding Officer.
Liga ng Barangay President, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Motion to approve the previous minutes dated August 16, 2021 at 9:45 a.m. without correction, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Do I hear a second?
Second, Mr. President.
The motion duly seconded. The minutes of the previous session is hereby adopted and approved. Next, do we have any member of the Sangguniang Bayan who would like to take the floor to raise a matter of privilege? If none, we can proceed then to our main agenda for today because we agreed not to discuss anything and we want our session to finish early today because of an unfortunate incident that happened just below our floor. So we proceed. If there are no objections, I'd like to call on Sangguniang Bayan member Clay Formoso to read us the committee report on what transpired last August 19.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Committee report, August 23, 2021, submitted by Committee of the Whole. Subject, Oversight Committee meeting with regards to the utilization of 2021 health funds and other health-related matters. To the Presiding Officer, Sangguniang Bayan, Santa Ilocos Sur. The Committee of the Whole convened a meeting on the above-quoted subject on August 19, 2021 at 9:30 in the morning. Members of the Sangguniang Bayan were present, including our Vice Mayor, Attorney Jeremy Jesus Bueno III, and with the presence of invited resource speakers, which includes the Municipal Accountant, Mr. Advan Adviento, the Municipal Budget Officer, Ms. Jelia Lagadan, and the Municipal Health Officer, Dr. Marilo Cardenas. The meeting started through an update from the Municipal Health Officer regarding the current COVID-19 situation and status of the municipality. The good Vice Mayor opened up several questions concerning to the remaining funds on the COVID-19 PPAs and ask if the budget is sufficient for this year. Ms. Alagadan and Mr. Adviento responded positively with the relative amount. Attorney Bueno also raised issues and concerns from the Santa RHU, which pertains to the newborn screening procedure, anti-rabies program, and the provision of anti-tetanus vaccines in particular. Dr. Cardenas answered and clarified each issues in sequence. As for the newborn screening, the RHU is lacking tests answered. The RHU is lacking test kits, and for that, they are referring their clients to the Ilocos Sur Provincial Hospital, Gabriela Silang, to be tested. For the anti-rabies vaccine, according to the MHO, the fund is not enough due to high cost of the vaccine per vial, and it is the primary reason for the referral of clients for cash assistance to the Social Welfare Office. And for the anti-tetanus vaccine, she added that it will be included in the 2022 health budget and will be free of charge. In preparation for the 2022 budget hearing, the Vice Mayor advised to analyze and study the health funds on what particular PPAs to increase to ensure the sustainability of each programs, and for the remaining or unobligated budget to be used and to be realigned on more vital PPAs. The proceedings of the meeting continued as SBM Bello and SBM Borgoño raised their concern on the food assistance being given to quarantine clients under the strategic containment zone. Dr. Cardenas clarified that they are only administering health protocols and the welfare office should be the right one to answer their queries. SBM Borge and SBM de la Cueva inquired with regards to the distribution and purchase of medicine. The municipal health officer responded that the district midwives are the ones in charge in the distribution of essential medicines in their respective barangay catchments, except for antibiotics, since it needs proper regulation and prescription. She further added that the remaining fund for the purchase of medicine will be utilized to the last quarter of 2021. SBM Burgos marked up his concern on the spent budget for the PUB rental, considering that the LGU possessed several wheels to be used. Ms. Alagadan responded that it was utilized during the Libreng Sakay program as part of the COVID-19 response of the municipality. The Liga ng Barangay President, Barangay Captain Carion, and SBM Ritwa expressed their concern on the disbursement of cash incentives to BHWs and BNS. The budget officer replied and updated that they will receive their cash incentives at the end of the year. On the other hand, the Vice Mayor followed up few queries concerning to the retainment of RHO personnel under the DOH Nurses Midwives Deployment Program and the procurement of non-communicable disease medicines. Dr. Cardenas responded that the RHU may possibly employ 2 nurses and 2 midwives, and the NCD medicines will be provided by the DOH, and the task of the RHU will still be on the storage and distribution of medicines. With the increased demand of NCD medicines, Attorney Bueno noted to possibly add up an amount in the procurement of the said drugs for the benefits of Santanians with comorbidities. The committee meeting was adjourned at 11:10 in the morning, submitted by the Committee of the Whole. Mr. Presiding Officer.
Since majority of the members of the Sangguniang Bayan attended the committee hearing conducted last August 19, if there are corrections to be made on the committee report, please say so. If none, what's the pleasure of the Sangguniang Bayan?
Mr. Presiding Officer.
Sangguniang Bayan member Formoso, you are recognized.
I may then move for the approval and adoption of this committee report, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Do I hear a second?
Second, Mr.
Motion
Presiding
duly
Officer.
seconded. The committee report is hereby adopted and approved. Pertinent to what was presented by Sangguniang Bayan member Formoso, what I will be presenting, and I hope that the MHO will remember this on Wednesday. I have here a notice from the Office of the Mayor regarding the first budget meeting to be conducted at the Santa Paradise on Wednesday. we'll be discussing the possibility of perhaps including some key members of the Sangguniang Bayan, particularly the finance, the chairperson on the Committee on Finance, and some departments. No? But if the venue will allow it, I will ask permission if I will ask if I can invite all the members of the Sangguniang Bayan so as to make it easier for us. Tapno nung may presentar ton jay final budget, awan to ti question tayo ta adijay tayo mat aminen. Yeah? Adijay tayo mat aminen. I specifically requested a venue which is open air, tapno maya dayo tayo ti maiwasan dahi kwa dahi possible contamination no close kan awan iti ventilation. So that's one. I had in mind to also invite the municipal social welfare officer, especially that from our past or previous sessions, Sangguniang Bayan member Bella Bello also wanted the social welfare officer to appear before us to discuss the financial report, the status, and the plans for 2022. But unfortunately, because of what transpired below, because the office of the MSWDO is just below the current Sangguniang Bayan Hall, well, we cannot do so. I think she's forced to quarantine herself because of her close contact with one of her staff. And I'm not sure if she will be able to present also the budget for 20, but we'll try to set up an online. I hope the signal sa Manueva is malakas. We'll try to set up a Zoom for her so that she can present. So if there are any other items or agenda that the members of the Sangguniang Bayan would like to discuss, please say so. If none, there being no other agenda, yes, Sangguniang Bayan member Burgos.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. May I remind the members of this body that our forthcoming session is a holiday, August 30, and so our session will be the following day, Tuesday. Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Thank you very much for reminding us, SBM Burgos. Next week, next Monday is a holiday, so our next regular session will be on the next following day. That's a Tuesday. So, okay. So again, there being no other items, I want this to be quick. There being no other agenda left on our yes, Sangguniang Bayan member Borge.
Regarding the meat price, Mr. Presiding Officer, may we invite the meat inspector for the price decrease.
Okay.
Since
Madam Secretary, kindly send out a notice to the pertinent persons pertaining to, again, meat prices. Ado ti baboy tatanangin na ti karne.
Wingar advice.
Hangkay nga bang ti karne nga ti baboy yan? Okay. Again, repeat, last. Are there any other items that the members of the Sangguniang Bayan would like to discuss? If none, there being no other items left in our agenda for today, if there are no objections, I would like to declare this session adjourned. Session adjourned.